You know, for the longest time, family gatherings used to be complicated. There was always this underlying tension, this feeling like you had to be on guard, especially when my sister-in-law, Scarlett, was around. It's funny because now, those gatherings are genuinely peaceful, almost boringly so, and it's a relief I never thought I'd experience again. For years, Scarlett, who's 39, had this habit. It started small, but it escalated. She'd weave this narrative that she was secretly the mastermind behind my entire career. I've been in my field for over a decade, started from the bottom, pulled insane hours, climbed my way up. It's a competitive industry, and I've earned every single milestone. I mentor younger professionals now, I get invited to speak at events, it's something I'm genuinely proud of. But Scarlett, she works in the same industry, and she just couldn't stand someone else getting recognition. At first, it was just family. She'd say things like, "Oh, I guided her in her early career," or "I gave her all the insider tips." None of it was true. We've never worked together, and I never once asked her for advice. My husband, David, 34, would just sigh and say, "Just let it go, she just wants to feel important." But then it spilled over. I started hearing from colleagues in our professional circles that she was telling them the same thing. That's when I realized it wasn't just harmless family chatter anymore. She was actively trying to take credit for my hard work, and it was becoming a problem. Then, an opportunity came up. I was asked to speak at a big industry event, the kind where all the heavy hitters are in the audience. I casually mentioned it in the family group chat, thinking nothing of it. Of course, Scarlett immediately jumped in. "Oh, I'd love to be involved. I've been such a big influence on your career, darling." She made it sound like a golden opportunity for us to showcase our combined expertise. And that's when the light bulb went off. I told her, "You know what, Scarlett? You absolutely should be involved. I'll make arrangements for you to be a guest speaker." She was ecstatic, gushing about it, totally oblivious. The day of the event arrived. I gave my speech first, and it went really well. The audience was engaged, asking questions, it felt good. Then it was Scarlett's turn. She got up there, all confident smiles, and within minutes, the air in the room changed. It was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. She rambled, mispronounced key terms, got basic facts wrong, even tried to use buzzwords that made no sense in context. She talked about outdated information. I saw people in the audience exchange looks. It was so awkward. I mean, I expected her to struggle a bit, but even I was surprised at how completely out of her depth she was. She just clearly had no idea what she was talking about. When she finally finished, there was polite, almost hesitant applause. Nobody looked impressed. The contrast between her presentation and mine was, shall we say, stark. She avoided me afterward, didn't even stick around for the networking. That night, I went home, got the official event recording, and just dropped the link in the family group chat. Didn't say a word. I knew it would do all the talking for me. A few days later, David's mom called me, practically in tears from laughing. She asked if I had done it on purpose. I just said, I simply gave Scarlett an opportunity to prove herself, just like she wanted. She didn't have much to say after that. Even David's dad, who usually stays out of all the family drama, laughed when he saw the video and told David that Scarlett had it coming. Scarlett never apologized. She never even acknowledged it. She just stopped talking about my career. And honestly, that was enough. I wasn't looking for revenge, I just wanted the lying to stop. She needed to know better. The best part? Months later, our cousin Alex brought up the event at a family dinner. He casually asked Scarlett about it, pretending he hadn't seen the video. The look on her face was priceless. She quickly changed the subject, and I just sat back and enjoyed my meal. It was finally over. But the jokes didn't stop there. She started avoiding family gatherings, claiming to be busy. When she did show up, she was quiet, especially if work was mentioned. The video kept resurfacing in the group chat. Every few weeks, someone would dig it up and react to it again, keeping the joke alive. She tried blocking people, even left the chat for a few days, but David's mom added her back, pretending it was a mistake. David eventually came to me, frustrated, asking if I could ask the family to stop. She was complaining to him about how unfair it was, how they wouldn't let it go. I just told him, I'm not the one keeping it alive. The family just finds it funny, and I can't control their reactions. He didn't push it. He knew I was right. It became clear this wasn't just a family joke anymore. Someone from the family shared the video outside our group chat, and now people in her professional circle knew about it, too. I heard through the grapevine that a few coworkers started side-eyeing her when she spoke about work. Her credibility took a hit. She started posting vague quotes about growth and learning from mistakes, but that only made people wonder what she was referring to. The damage was done. Her attempts to take credit, this wasn't new behavior. Growing up, she'd always find a way to make herself seem important. If a group project was successful, she'd act like she made it happen, even if she just picked the poster colors. In school, if a friend won an award, she'd say she helped them, even if she just said, "Good luck." She always wanted to be the smartest person, the expert, even when she wasn't. One of her first jobs, there was a coworker named Amelia who came up with a brilliant system. Scarlett subtly made everyone believe she'd been a huge part of it, saying things like, "When we worked on this." Amelia was annoyed, but didn't argue. That became her pattern. If a group did well, Scarlett got the credit. If someone asked her for vague advice, she'd later tell people she mentored them. She wanted to be seen as a leader, but without putting in the actual work. Our cousin Emily trained for months for a marathon. Scarlett signed up last minute for a shorter distance, finished hours later, but somehow made sure everyone knew she helped Emily train by giving her advice. Emily was too polite to argue, but I could see her annoyance. Scarlett didn't do it to be mean, she just wanted admiration without effort. And since no one ever called her out, she never stopped. This is why I wasn't surprised when she started taking credit for my success. It was just her usual playbook, but this time, she finally got called out in a way she couldn't ignore. Then, recently, her daughter, Chloe, took a big exam and scored incredibly well. Chloe had worked her tail off, studying for months. But instead of letting Chloe shine, Scarlett posted everywhere about how she coached Chloe, found the best materials, taught her techniques. She made Chloe's success her own. But family knew Chloe did it herself. Even Chloe's friends started commenting on Scarlett's posts, correcting her. Scarlett doubled down, insisting her guidance was invaluable. Eventually, Chloe got fed up. At a family gathering, someone congratulated Scarlett, and Chloe immediately shut it down. She said she did all the work herself, and while she appreciated her mom's support, Scarlett wasn't the reason for her good scores. Scarlett's face went crimson. She tried to laugh it off, but the damage was done. Scarlett then tried to paint Chloe as ungrateful, but no one bought it. She even went on a parenting forum, posting a long, generic piece about how to raise a top-performing student, acting like she'd personally designed Chloe's success plan. Chloe's friends and family saw it and started leaving sarcastic comments, pointing out that Scarlett hadn't done any of those things. Scarlett quietly deleted the post, but again, the damage was done. And then there was her divorce from Robert. She always made it sound like she was the perfect, supportive wife, the reason he was doing so well. When they divorced, she claimed he cheated. But when David ran into Robert, he learned the truth. Scarlett constantly pressured him to say she was the reason for his success, made everything about herself. He was tired of living under her control. He also hated how she took credit for Chloe's achievements. When he confronted her, their marriage completely fell apart. But she hadn't hit rock bottom yet. She started telling people about a big career opportunity, dropping hints about something important. Then she announced her online coaching program. She called herself a career expert, a mentor, even a career architect. The problem? She wasn't an expert. The success stories were just family accomplishments she'd taken credit for. She claimed she helped David get a promotion, taught Chloe how to study, and even listed other family members as clients, making up stories about guiding them. She created a website, social media pages, fake testimonials, quotes stolen from family conversations, twisted to sound like praise. She even used old family photos, cropping others out to make it look like she was at professional events. Then she started charging money, offering family discounts for one-on-one calls to unlock your potential. That was the final straw. The family was furious. They confronted her, telling her she couldn't steal other people's success stories to sell a scam. Scarlett got defensive, claiming everyone was jealous. Chloe was the first to fight back, publicly exposing Scarlett's lies. Other family members joined in, reporting her website and social media pages. Within a week, everything was shut down. Scarlett played the victim, saying her own family ruined her dream. But no one was interested. One by one, family members cut her off. They blocked her, stopped inviting her to events. Even the few relatives who used to defend her finally gave up. Without an audience, she had no choice but to step back. Family gatherings became peaceful again, free from her constant need for attention. She tries to save face, even now. She posts motivational quotes, tries to pivot. But the damage is irreparable. Whenever she walks into a room, someone always manages to bring up her expertise. At Thanksgiving, Uncle George jokingly asked if she'd like to give a speech. She turned red and disappeared into the kitchen. At Christmas, she got a notebook labeled Big Ideas by Scarlett with blank pages inside. She forced a laugh, but barely touched her dinner. She's learned, the hard way, that people aren't just going to take her word for things anymore. Looking back, my initial approach wasn't exactly graceful, but I truly believe I didn't do anything unfair. She had every opportunity to correct the lies she told, and she chose not to. In the end, she did this to herself. And me? I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet, free from anyone trying to take credit for my hard work. Life is good. Do you think there was any other way to handle someone like that?